Going on, party people? This is Lace Free here, back at it with another one. You know, when you know it's time, we definitely got to show up and, do what we do. hmm That time's been a minute. Oh, man, your boy's been blessed, man. I don't know what else to say, but it's all good. And that's the beauty of being yourself. It's just wonderful. It's wonderful. You know, um, the reward, it's in that itself. You know what I'm saying? You're just going to have it, baby. But anyway, welcome. Uh, Thank you very much for stopping by. Now, if this is your first time, what we do here, we break bread. Technically, we share knowledge, each one teach one, you know what I'm saying? We're giving sights to the blinds, you know what I'm saying? We're making the weak stronger. That's what we do on this side. So, now with all of that being said, just know you definitely in for one, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man. The thing about aligning yourself with your true self, it's so therapeutic. Do you see what I'm saying? It's so therapeutic because now there's certain anxieties, there's certain pressure that you automatically alleviate from yourself because now you're no longer trying to please other people because that's where a lot of the stress comes from pleasing others. The anxiety, trying to keep up with the Joneses, not being happy with what you have. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to do shit that, you know what I'm saying, you can't do to show motherfuckers things that you don't really have. And about, two motherfuckers that don't even give a fuck to begin with. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just crazy. There's a lot of anxiety that comes with that. Because a lot of problem, a lot of people, I should say, the fact that we try to act, based on this image, then we got to keep up with it, and it's a lot of pressure because it's not. First of all, it's not even being you. You have to rehearse. You know what I'm saying? Being, becoming or the person that you should be instead of the person that you are. It's so easy being the person that you are. Well, not necessarily easy. I mean, it could get, I guess at the very beginning, especially if you've been something else for a very long time. Now you're being born again, meaning now you're stepping into your new self or your true self, and it's gonna be new. But once you're up and running, listen, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it, and that's what a lot of people. That's pretty much what a lot of spiritual masters has been doing. Been trying to tell you guys, wake up, wake up. Waking up meaning aligning yourself to your true self. Because how else would you be up? By being something else that you're not. You see what I'm saying? And that's where a lot of that pressure comes from. And there's no self esteem. And when I'm talking about self esteem, it's not just, this fucking image of yourself, but it's just knowing your true worth. It's not just one aspect of it. We're talking about your thoughts about you. How do you look at yourself? What do you think of yourself? How do you treat yourself? What do you do for yourself? How do you make yourself better? All of that is part of your self esteem. It's a package. You know what I'm saying? It's a deluxe package. You know what I'm saying? That only, certain people have, well, everybody have access to, but not everybody takes advantage of it. You feel me? That's what you got to get, man. Get that deluxe, baby. You see what I'm saying? So in so many words, that's how you liberate yourself from that external obligations that's been, like fucking your life up pretty much. And at the same time, not also allowing you to truly experience you because that's the purpose of us on here, in here, or on earth. You can only experience yourself as you do things for yourself, as you getting into yourself, as you being in alignment with yourself. Then you're having an experience. And that's when you'll get to truly know the God side of us, meaning the unknown part of us. Truly, like you would come to understand what makes us spiritual beings having a human's experience. Technically, what that is being as in the spirit, but you experiencing the form, you experiencing matter. There's like so many different levels in this, or so many different aspect or angles that you can look at, but ultimately talking about the same thing. What I do in my world is reconciling all those words. I mean, those different worlds and put them all together. And that's when I come to understand, it's just different languages. So you have to find the connection, not the separation, but the connection. And that's when you realize, oh shit, we all one. This is just one game. The universe. It's one verse, baby. I'm here dancing. I may have lost some of you on this one. Because I kind of went there. But the bottom line is this: it's like on a 3D level, meaning in this world that we're living in, not aligning yourself to yourself. That's the source of a lot of our issues, as far as in regards of anxiety, depression, um, I don't know, all kinds of bullshit. Fear. It's a based life. I mean that kind of life is based out of fear. No strength. It's that's when the games comes in. The talking about somebody of the judgment comes in. It's chaotic. It's pure darkness. Not the true darkness though. Like darkness as far as being far away from the truth, or being far away from the dark too. Well, that would be a whole different thing because the light is in there. But the true darkness, when especially in spirituality that we're referring to, we're talking about the unknown, what you don't see, what you don't know, not the stupidity. What I was talking about here, referring to that I mean that type of darkness was actually stupidity. Versus the darkness as of you delving into your side of yourself, trying to get to know you. And you are spirit, meaning, your life is shaped based on your psychology. It's all mental. This is a mental institution. Do you see what I'm saying? So I think that's why for me, I really teach about the ego, the false self, and also the true self, because I feel like that's the very foundation. You got to start there. Do you see what I'm saying? And now, as you start aligning yourself into your true self, and that's when the mystery starts, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's when the mystery starts. Now you being in touch with the universe, with nature, cosmic, like you're becoming a cosmic being. Your intuition is kicking in because now you're aligning with yourself. So you're all about the things that relates to you, not in a selfish way, but more on a expansion, more of a self-expression type of shit. That's when now your words start having meanings. I love this shit, man. That's when, give it to me. Do you see what I'm saying? Well, not, pause and all that shit. But as far as, as far as the word, what are you saying? How does it resonate with me? And that's why when like I definitely get it when when motherfuckers be in church and shit. Come on now, preach, preach on, or whatever the fuck they say. It's the way it hurt. I mean, it hits you. You see what I'm saying? And that passion, the wisdom. I love this shit. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you have to water your garden. That's why this is all about you. If you don't do it for you, who else are you gonna do it for? So that's why you can't even open up. There's a lot of bullshit, man, when it comes down to not aligning yourself with your true self or not truly being you. There's a whole other journey that starts with that. That's when you truly become born again. It's all in alignment. It's all connected. It's all talking about the same motherfucking shit. Which is you connecting yourself to God, that part of you, who is it? It's not tangible, but it's there. You could see it in the air. Oh, I'm rhyming. But you can see it everywhere, though. Once you start to align yourself with it, then you start seeing God everywhere in a smile or like the small little things. Like you're like, oh, this is beautiful. But it's not truly the beauty that you're looking at. I mean, in so many words, it's the spirit also, the exotic part of it, I don't know, there's that type of expression that you can express, but that's there, you can relate to. Come on, man. We are badasses, man. You know what I'm saying? We're a spirit, but you got to be in touch with that side. And as you being in touch with that side, guess what, man? Like life becomes worth living too. Because not only you had opened up your life, right? Now you open to love, you open to people, you giving out your true, like you being, like shit, you becoming God on here. You're looking good out here. You know what I'm saying? You're looking like me out here. Come on, it's beautiful, man. It's a whole like what? You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gotta be tough all day, baby. I'm saying this is how you get tough though, to be honest. If we're talking the real shit. The other way you pretending, man. You just pretending to be tough, baby. But we gonna get you with the love. Ah, they'll hit you, you won't even know, nigga. Yeah, man. I mean, the whole society thing, people being, it's just, you know what I'm saying? And that's how we all get lost, not knowing who we are and making all fucked up choices, having to accept life. Now, your whole definition of life now, it's a fucked up life. You see what I'm saying? Life is so brutal. It's so this, so that. Because you're looking to compete. You're looking for other people's bullshit. And once you have that mentality, it doesn't matter. Because if you're not content, like if you're not happy with little, you're not going to be happy with a whole lot. That's just the way it goes. Oh, as you can see around too, right? How greedy motherfuckers are getting and all that shit. If you can't be happy with little, you're not going to be happy with a whole lot. It doesn't make a difference. When you're happy with what you have, then you're gonna be happy regardless. You hear me? And that's how you risk it for the biscuit. The true biscuits, though. We're both players, man. We all players, man. What kind of game are you playing? How are you winning? That's what it comes down to, baby. How are you winning? living a fake life, pretty much not being, that's what the living corpse is, not living to your full potential, not knowing who you are. All of that pretty much comes from not aligning yourself with your true self. That's where all of that, like, once you don't do that, that's when chaos breaks through, man. Like, it's hell. Now you're living hell for yourself, you're giving other people hell. Like, it's what the hell? Because a motherfucker who's happy never try to make other people unhappy. No way. Jose. Jose, it doesn't happen. Motherfucker, once you're happy, you want everybody else to be happy. Or you wouldn't give a fuck. I know I don't. Oh, I know I don't. You know what I'm saying? So, what you doing? Hmm? What we doing out here, man? What you doing? So it's very important, man. And then, there's no self-esteem. You're not living a fulfilling life. It's not a meaningful life. That's when you become the observer. You're observing everything, and, because you have not chosen to align yourself to your true self. And that's how the words is being made flesh, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Let them know the blind are now seeing. Okay. The mute are now speaking. That's how it's done. Otherwise, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Yo, like this emoji, man. And it goes like this. I love this motherfucker. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I be saying this motherfucker going like this, hey? Balance, motherfucker. Shit. You pick. It's on you. You know what I mean? But no, man. I mean, it's important. So I feel like that's when spirituality people should understand. Like that should be the basics for everybody. As you stepping into this world to know who you are. Now, then you go to school to learn. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, like to learn about other bullshit. If that makes any sense at all. Yeah, that type of bullshit education. That's why in Africa, that's the type of knowledge that they give you. That's why, as a boy, you have to be initiated to become a man. Like there's certain things, not initiated, but there's a ritual you have to go through that would give you that type of understanding. See, this is life. Fucking, this is true. Yo, this is true schooling. Like these motherfuckers are really teaching you about life. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, you're going to fucking college or high school, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Learning about, what I'm saying, X squared and all that shit. A plus B plus C and all that bullshit. Then you come out like I'm educated and shit. Then you came out and be like, yo, I'm educated. Don't talk to me, talk to the hand. Oh, I'm so and so, call me by my title. You know what I'm saying? I remember I had this teacher. Anyway, fuck that bitch. But it was just insane. Look, like I'm this, I'm that. I'm a lawyer. Now that's your education. Meanwhile, nothing about the true self, living a false life, that type of bullshit. That's what they call the world, pretty much in the Bible. That's what the true definition is: being in the world. Not being in the kingdom of God, which is yourself. Being aligning with yourself, living to your full potential, knowing who you are, and exploring life in a whole different level. As you're experiencing yourself to the universe, it's like it's crazy. Beautiful. I love it though. It's a different world, man. You know what I'm saying? Then you have motherfuckers now talking about, you're gonna go to paradise. This is what you gotta do to go to the kingdom of God. Not understanding you have to live the shit. You have to become that. I think I'm talking too much. You gotta become that, man. And that's what knowledge is. And that's what the wisdom is. And it's pretty much too. I just broke down the African, traditional or you know, not spirituality, but I guess tradition. That would be the word, but it was just not a tradition. It was also teaching you, about who you are, cultivating your skills, and shit like that. So I don't know. I guess school, African, tradition, or ways of learning about life or being a person, whatever the fuck. I don't have a terminology for it. I'll leave that up to y'all. Versus the European type of mentality or education. There you go. The African education, the European education. You know, and that's where, if we're doing a little bit of history, do you see what I'm saying? It's all connected, right? So now you being, educated by your masters, therefore you have to speak their languages, being, having their understanding, and their understanding about life, it's pretty savage. It's pretty poor, as you can see, as we're living in it. Because what everybody else is doing is going back to natural shit, even eating natural food, even doing all that shit. So whenever you see people are really talking about, what I'm saying, like to go back to the essence, or going natural, what you're truly saying is it's some African shit, to be honest. Just different labels, different names. It is what it is. Like that bitch. You know what I'm saying? It is just what it is. I'm not creating anything here. Just, trying to call it like I see it. It may not be facts, but that's how I see it. And I got the sight, motherfucker. So I'm saying all of that to say, you know, um, in this day and age, for you to truly align yourself to your true self, it has to be done on a whole different, on all levels. You would have to re-educate yourself about what true life is, history, psychology, emotionally. Like, we are fucking complex beings. It cannot be done on one level. And then everything's gonna start making sense. It's like, oh, okay. Oh, that's crazy. There's a bunch of crazy shit going on out here. What? That's how y'all niggas is getting down out here. Bunch of rough riders. You know what I'm saying? They shut it down and they open up the shop. And then they drop. I don't know, stop, drop, open, oh yeah, whatever the fuck. Like, that's some rough rider shit. You open it up and shut it down? You shut it down and open it up? That's some tough shit. That's some rough shit. But anyway, the bottom line is this, man. Truly aligning yourself to your true self, it definitely help you to alleviate a lot of those anxiety, because a lot of those like fucking anxieties that people, or depressions that people are going through, those are a lot of it. I would say a good 90% of it. Well, I mean, I have no statistics here. This is me observing shit. You know what I'm saying? It comes out of that. mentality. Do you see what I'm saying? A lot of people have a lot of worries, like about shit that not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get it. It's good to have an overview. Possibilities, shit could go wrong, but to expect shit to go wrong though, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, part of your plan should be, shit may go wrong. Then you have something to correct that. But to expect shit to go wrong, that's crazy. And by going wrong, what I'm saying here is a state of mind, having a negative state of mind, or a one sided state of mind where it's not holistic. It doesn't have an optimistic outlook on it. Because being positive doesn't mean you are negating, I'm sorry, the actual negativity. That's not what it means. To be positive is to have an positive outlook on shit, regardless on how bad or good shit are, but you be able to see the bigger picture. Do you see what I'm saying? That's when you got to start looking at things, not just with these eyes, like this blind man reading the scriptures. That's how I'm giving it to you, motherfuckers. Hmm. Let that sink in. That is shizzle. What's saying that shit? Love Dorsey. I love that bitch. Let it shizzle. She's me. You're a badass, baby. You keep talking that shit. You're doing God's work. You heard? You gotta be on God's speed, man. Being in alignment with yourself. But anyway, with that being said, it's been a minute. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to drop by real quick. You know what I'm saying? Drop a little something with you guys. I got other things that I do want to talk about. And I think I should, like, I don't, like, I always talk about the Kabbalion. And to me, that is, if you want to talk about the tree of life, that's the root of the tree of life. Like, yeah. Like, it gives you the foundation, like, for you, that should be your Bible, to be honest. Should be everybody's Bible. Because what it does is that it tells you about you, but most importantly, you in relation or relatively to what's around you, which is again you. That's why the first Hermetic principle says it's all mental. Oh, yeah, this is you looking at you, doing you. And that in itself, it's just a motherfucker. Like, as far as, because when you really look at it, our life are being shaped by our thoughts. That's why they telling you changing your thoughts, change your life. Regardless on how physical, if you're looking for money, whatever the fuck, you gotta play this game. How you playing this game is different. But all I'm saying is you gotta, if you're playing men, come on. You can't be stupid playing niggas. You can't do that. Or vice versa. I'm just saying, whatever game you're into, it's all mental. Whatever the fuck you doing, this car you driving before it even became a car. Well, that's the most popular example that they're saying. But nothing that became physical was just physical without something over here. So that alone should tell you everybody should be feeding their minds all the time because that's your survival kit. That alone should tell you everything. And that's where the motivational speakers comes in. You can do it. Change your mind, act a certain way, be optimistic. That's where all of that shit derives from. But the reality of the whole thing That's why knowing yourself will set you free. So know the truth about the seven principles. The first one, which is the law of men, that talks about it's all mental. So that alone, and I even talk about the six other ones. That alone is just heavy because out of that one, everything else came out from it. Because it's everything else. If everything is mental, so everything else that's going to be happening besides that comes from the mental. That shit's crazy, man. But anyway, that alone, like, you know what I'm saying? But that's why everybody should look it up. Look it up. I'm gonna be talking about it too. You know what I'm saying? In fact, let me do this. If after you guys watch this, if you want me to talk about it, give me a motherfucking comment. You know what I'm saying? Just put down Kibalion or talk about it. Just say talk about it. I like that better. Talk about it. Then I'll go in on that one. But for now, you know what I'm saying? It's your Haitian boy. You already know we're looking good out here all the time. I'm saying it was that time for us to break some bread, man. Showing love. That's what that's what I choose to know. You already know. Now, Haitian, Ali.